Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss problem number C from today's Code Forces contest. So this contest is conducted by this company called Letoken. So let's go through the problem statement. So basically you are given 2 cross n grid and each row is a basically permutation of first n natural number. First n natural number, alright. So the goal of little allowance puzzle is to make sure no member on the same column or row are same. We will call this state of puzzle as solved. And to achieve this, he is able to swap the numbers in any column. However, after solving the puzzle many times, little Elawan got bored and began wondering about the number of possible solved configurations of the puzzle he could achieve from an initial solved configuration only by swapping numbers in column. Okay, so since the answer could be very large, you have to return the answer modulo this. Okay, so let's understand what the problem is saying. So basically you're given 2 cross n grid. Okay, so let's suppose this is the 2 cross n grid you're given. So basically in every column you can see the numbers are not same, and similarly in every row, since every row is a permutation of first n natural number, so numbers will be unique only. Okay, so what question says is basically you have to check that how many such configurations are possible by swapping any columns. So in case you choose to swap this column and this column both together, so in the first row will become 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, and the second row will become 1, 2, 4, and 3. So you can check in this configuration also. Every column has different numbers and every row also has different numbers. So this is another configuration which you can achieve by swapping first column and the second column. These two columns you can choose to swap numbers in these two columns to get this configuration. Similarly, you can choose to swap 4 and 3 and 3 and 4 at the same time to get another configuration. Similarly, you can choose to swap 1, 2 and 4, 3 all numbers to get another configuration. All right. So this was an example. So let's understand that how we can solve this. What would be our logic? Okay, so basically, if you can see, you can not just swap one single column, because if you will do that, then in one row, the same number will get repeated twice. In case you just chose to swap this column, so this 2 will come in this first row. So in first row, 2 will get repeated like that. So you have to make sure that number of the numbers in each row are unique. So you have to swap some group of columns such that the numbers which are coming in second row after swapping, the same set of numbers are going in first row after swapping. So you have to identify these kind of groups. So you can see that if you chose to take this first and second column, so after swapping, the 2 1 are coming in second row, and the same number, the same set of number which is 2 and 1 is going back to the first row. So the you are getting the new configuration, but the constraint, which is this column and row shouldn't have the same number, is fulfilled. So similarly, you can see if you choose to swap this group of three numbers, so basically after swapping, the first row will get 534, which it had previously as well, but in different permutation, and the second row will get the same number back. So the number of all the numbers in first and second row will be unique, and not the same, not with the same previous configuration. Similarly, you can choose these three numbers. So basically in this problem, you have to identify these different groups with so that you can swap all number of columns in that group collectively at once to get different configuration. So the main aim would be to identify the different number of groups. So in this question you can see the number of group is this one and this one. So here you have total 3 groups. So if in case you find the number of groups which you have, now you have to find different number of configuration. So what will be the different number of configuration? In case you have n number of groups, so you can choose not to swap any group. So it will be NC0. So NC0 would be basically your the same original configuration. Then you can choose any one group out of n group, and you can choose to swap that particular group's column. Okay. Similarly, you can choose to swap 2 group at a time out of the n groups that you have. So similarly, it will become dot plus. So you have to take the summation of all these numbers. So in case you don't know, this is called as the binomial coefficient, and the sum of binomial coefficient is basically 2 power n. All right. So now the given n could be quite large in case since the according to the constraint of this question. Yeah, here you can see the n is basically order of 10 to the power 5. So there could be large number of groups. So this 2p power n is going to be very large. So that's why while calculating this 2 to the power n, you have to take the modulo from 10 to the power 9 plus 7. All right, so I'm gonna show you the code now. So I have solved this in VS Code. So basically you're giving n first you're getting n, which is the size of your array. So after then you will be getting 2D array. So 2 rows of size n. So here in vector 1, I am taking row number 1 input. Then I'm taking row number 2 input. So what here I'm doing is basically in MV is my another vector which I'm basically storing in this form. So here if x is the second number in 2D our 2D array, let me draw one. Okay, so basically suppose this is 1 2 3 is my first vector, then 3 1 and 2 is my another vector. So basically what I'm storing this 1 2 3 I have stored in vector number 1 v1, and then for vector number 2 when I'm taking this 3 as input, then I'm storing 3 corresponding to 1 of vector 1. So basically corresponding to v1 I am storing this x. So this is I'm storing to make sure that which number is corresponding to which one, because we will be swapping those only. All right. Okay, just after that what I'm doing, I'm maintaining a count just to count the total number of those different groups that I can get. Okay, so I'm iterating on the number and this another map, unordered map which I have taken is basically for storing the visited numbers. Since we have all unique number from 1 to n, here I will be checking once I will be adding some number in a particular group, I will mark them visited to make sure that I don't check for that number again. Okay, so while iterating on v1 vector 1, I will check if the current number in vector 1 is not visited. Then what here I am doing, let me explain you by writing an example. Okay, so basically if this is 1 2 3 4 5 and the second v2 is 2 1, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 3. Okay, so all these numbers are stored in our MV unordered map corresponding to all these. Okay, so the first number in vector v1 is 1. So since 1 is not already visited, so we have taken x as 1. Now I am checking this x is not visited, so I mark this as a visited and I check the number corresponding to this. So the number corresponding to 1 will be mv of x. So in x I stored 2 now. Okay, so now I'm checking. If 2 is not visited, then again marking it as visited, and this is my x now. So now x is visited, so I this loops got break. So basically this 1 and 2 we considered it as a first group. So in this way, all numbers which are part of one group will be marked visited at once. So after all those got marked, I'm incrementing my count as 1. So next time when this will iterate on second, it's already visited, so it won't go. Then similarly for 3, now x will change to 4, then from 4 it will change to 5, 5 from 5 it will change to 3, then 3 will be already visited. So the loop will break again, and then count will be incremented again. So for this test case, total count in count we will be having 2. So total 2 number of counts. So once we got count from this loop, then we are in basically finding 2 to the power count, since the summation of binomial coefficient is 2 to the power n, which I showed you. So here, since this power could be very large, so here I am calculating it as this is my base case, and I am calculating is 2 into power of I'm decreasing just n by 1, and I'm taking modulo in case if it's getting out of the bound. And then finally I'm just printing this. All right, so this was the basic solution. I'm gonna submit this and show you. Okay, all right, so I ran this test case, so you can see the test case has been submitted. All right, passed. All right, thank you guys.